my friend, I don't know the reasons of your separation, but you told me that after the separation you kept telling her that you love her. And when you realized that this was not working, having her back, you gave her some space and stopped telling her about your feeling. I mean, you have understood now that neither of these strategies work, and I'll tell you why. But also today, I want to talk you something even more serious than that. That is what you plan to do about the mortgage and other stuff financially with your separated wife. So make sure that you listen until the end. So, coming back to I love you after a separation or not telling her anything. You understand that this is quite confusing, so it's not helping with your cause. It's not helping your cause because say that you were telling her that you loved her before the separation and you keep telling her, probably you realize that that was not the problem in the first place because you was telling before, you're telling after, but she left anyway. If you were not telling her, how do you feel? You're not being romantic to her. We're not being loving to expressing your love to her, and then she leaves, and you start telling "I love you." That's confusing. So I had to leave to solicit from you some words of loving and caring. So this is not good either way. And of course, if you don't do nothing, if you don't tell how you feel, that wouldn't work anyway. So the problem is that is not what you tell her that matters. It matters. You need to, the first thing that you need to do is to understand what allegedly was wrong during the divorce, what caused the separation, or what she thought that was wrong. Because if in this case you know what to work, because you don't need to tell what you want to do, you need to change. I mean, you need to, if there is something to change, you need to change and you need to show the change. For example, many men said, okay, I know that I screwed up. I mean, I make some mistake, but now I'm telling you, I understood my mistake and I want you back. I promise that I will be. No, you don't need to tell what you're going to do. You need to do. And eventually, it could be too late, could be on time, could reconcile, you can fix it. And she will see the change and then she will be convinced that you are the good fit. But also in your case, I don't know the background, but in many cases, you don't need to change at all. Probably you are exactly as you should be, and just she picked the wrong man or you picked the wrong man, so there was a compatibility issue. You're good like you are, and uh, the push for changing comes from her because she wants to change your nature. And in other case, I mean, you understand, okay, I could be better. I could be better. I was in a bad place, or not ideal place when we met. We fell in love to each other, and was not the best version of myself at that time. And she picked you despite these alleged flaws. And that also tells us something, because if you had some flaws and then you improve the flaws and then she leaves, it's because at that point, or she, she doesn't show respect or she says that you're not respecting her, it's because at that time was a bad timing to choose a woman. And I say pick a woman, but you fall in love and love a woman, or you believe you fall in love with a woman. So you say meet somebody that understands you or accepts you or tolerates you when you're not in the best behavior of your whole life, and you think that that's love. So if she put up with this stuff, probably she loves me. That's not love. Love is something also. It's an action, is something reciprocal, and this need to be reciprocal over the years. So that's the situation. Bottom line, you need to understand what was wrong during the divorce. What was not working, not wrong. Probably was right. Probably it's your fault. Probably it's her fault. Probably it's a combination of the two. Or probably both of you were good people, but just met at the wrong time, and then the family situation, family dynamics changed over the time and was not the ideal for her to stay with you. But that's that. Going back now, okay, she's separated. She's probably in your house. I understand that you're paying the mortgage for the house she's living here, and you told her because she looks the way you describe her, she looks a decent person. She looks that you are in good terms, not crazy, not angry at you. Unlike many men, when women leave, they are over. You cannot talk to them. You cannot convince about them about anything. So, like you're talking, and you told her that you will not keep paying the mortgage, and that's good to some extent because she needs to take care of herself and you need to take care of yourself, but not that fast and not that easy, because the moment that you say, okay, I stop paying the mortgage, I tell you, so you make sure that you pay the mortgage, the car insurance, everything. But what's gonna happen? That she wouldn't play anyway. One, because she cannot afford it. Two, because she doesn't want. Three, because she had bad advice from mean girlfriends. Some every wife has mean girlfriends or idiot girlfriends, and she will not pay. Say, okay, it's his job. If he get some late payment fees, it's on him. So you understand that if the mortgage is in both name or only new, you're still married, you're still responsible for paying that mortgage. Even if it's not your name, but you're married and it's something that belongs to you both. If she stop paying, that she will probably do, you will, and probably she too, but for sure you will suffer the backlash. Your credit will be ruined. You will have a collector after you. You need to pay everything probably in a lump sum. More money all at once. It's gonna be complicated. So you don't want to get in a situation. What is the solution? There is a solution. This is not legal advice, but there is a solution, and we can work together to solve that. You need to file for divorce. Why? It's true that if you file for divorce, you need to pay the mortgage a little bit longer, and that's why you want to the divorce last be as fast as possible. I can explain you how to do that, and because after you are divorced, that's a protection for you that everything is settled. So the house will go to her. She will pay you the equity, your half that you are entitled to, or you sell the house and you have the extra money and you find a new house, you find a new house, so everything is settled. But you're not in a situation that you think that she is fair and honest as much that she will pay her fair share. You cannot rely on that, and that you know by trust, by gentleman and gentle lady agreement, that she will pay. And then you figure out after 3-4 months, because you think she's paying, you're not receiving any letter, you figure out that nobody is covering this mortgage and you are in the let's use a nice one, in the mud, because for lack of better words, I have better words but I don't want to say in the video. You are in the mud because you know you had obligation with the lender that was not covered neither by you neither by her, so you want to do that. The solution is file for divorce, and file for divorce you can always go back. As separation you can reconcile. After divorce, until it's final, you can still cancel everything and okay, as it never happened. And after divorce you can remarry eventually, but you need to work, basically understand what was wrong with your marriage before, because this will do for you some acceptance and reduce some confusion, because now you're confused and you don't know what to do. And but other than that, don't put in the bad mortgage situation. Please do something about it. We can talk about that. I'm available for you. Contact me.